Hour number one of the Sports Buzz continues as presented by the Milford National Bank and Trust Company. You can bank online at milfordnational.com. We are broadcasting live on 1490 AM here in Milford and streaming worldwide in our media center at WMRCDailyNews.com. And, of course, we are in the beautiful NewEnglandFatLoss.com studios. Lose 20 to 40 pounds in 40 days guaranteed. Matt Rommeling alongside Tim Coette and Craig D'Alessandro anchoring the ship as always. And our very next guest is now in studio. Joe Callery, along with his son Kevin, is also here with us today. Joe, it's nice to meet you. How are you today?
I am fine. Yourself?
Very good. This is one of those weekends out and about today. We were just talking off air. Yep. There is a lot going on. The weather's nice.
It's gorgeous outside.
It's absolutely gorgeous, and there's a lot of different events and things going on. So we appreciate you stopping by.
Oh, no problem.
On your Saturday. So tell us a little bit about next week. You're involved very much with youth football night at Milford High School, and it will be Milford Youth Football Night next week during the Oliver Ames game. Tell us about it.
Considering the fact that this is going to be Milford's first home game, I believe. I checked my info before that. And getting together with the athletic director, Peter, he was telling me that he was having this special night with the first home game, and he suggested they have a youth football night. And I agreed. I asked him anything I could do, I would help out. My son also being a football player for fourth grade, I think this is a great opportunity for these kids to go to a home game and see, if they stick to the sport, what they can do and what they can become. They could be role models, could be captains, could be the best quarterback ever to leave Milford. So Peter thought this was a great idea, and I'm supporting him, and this is why I'm here tonight.
So. We need the next Brian Johnson. we need some of those guys. Right. There's no question about it. So tell me about this, too. If any youth football player or cheerleader shows up with their jersey or uniform, what happens?
Right, so if you guys, the kids that will come in, like my son here, he plays fourth grade football, if they all wear their jerseys and the cheerleaders wear their uniforms, they get in for free. So it's one of those, support the youth football, come in for free and see what you can do. Also, what we're going to try to do, I was talking to Peter, and this was something I threw out there, if we could just have, everyone bring a canned good item. It's starting to be the colder season, holidays are right around the corner, and I think it would be a great opportunity with the amount of people we're going to have a little can drive. And this is all going to be done through the Milford High School, and it's pretty much their thing. My idea, and I'm going to support it.
Well, too, you look at what attendance has been like for Milford games on the road. They played the first 3 games on the road. Could be a real big crowd for you on Friday night.
A lot of kids are following these kids, their teammates and fellow students to these games, Franklin and everything. And Peter was telling me in the last school committee meeting that they've almost got a bus every game. So it's good. Great support.
And I'm sure on top of that, Joe, having the kids there in their uniforms, whether it's the cheerleaders, whether it's the football players, it's just going to add to that environment. Having the school colors there so vividly in the stands, I'm sure that's really going to just add to what I'm sure is going to be a very festive environment.
I can only agree with you even more. I mean, it's just something that's going to be awesome for these kids and everybody in the community in itself.
Well, too, coming up this type of year, too, and we talk about a lot coming in the fall months and the winter months, so important in terms of to have these canned food drives at this time, because this is when the food insecurity really starts to can increase for a lot of families around the area.
Right, and I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe I could talk to Peter or the boosters and see if we could just, do this every home game. Not more or less the youth football, but, canned good or donate a towel or a coat or shoes or something like that. I mean, I think something like that would be good.
Well, and we have so many great places in the area, too, Joe. Obviously, the Daily Bread Food Pantry does tremendous work over there. So we're getting to that time of year where I'm sure all of those donations are going to be so hugely helpful. Before we know it, the holidays are going to be on us. The cold weather is going to be upon us. So there's certainly never a better time than this to be able to get those donations out in full force.
And it's football season. So if you're going to watch football, might as well help with the cause. Donate some things.
How is youth football going in the area?
We're doing great. I've been a coach the last 2-3 years. I love every minute of it. These kids, when they put their mind to it, they rock. They can do anything. Our team is 3-1. We're doing pretty good. So I'm going to boast about that. I'm an assistant coach, not the head. So I'm going to take all the thunder from my head coach. So I love it. The kids love it. It's something new, and if they stick with it, I think they can better themselves right down the road. So.
How about team building? It seems to me that football could really, especially, we were talking a little bit about it, especially with regional schools in the area where you have kids from different towns captains,
Right.
trying to come together as a single team. Really, at a young age, you can learn a lot on how to work with others in the game of football.
Right. At the younger ages, you kind of get them down to the fundamentals of the sport and, teamwork and everything like that. When you get to the older levels, and you definitely see the support, the captains, like, Peter, the athletic director, is getting this captain academy going, which boosts these morales of these kids and great teamwork and sponsorship for everybody.
Oh, it's just terrific. All right, just to recap, any Milford youth football player and cheerleader wearing their jersey uniform will get in for free next Friday. That's the Milford Oliver Ames football game. And again, encourage everyone to bring a canned good to the game as well for the food drive. The high school is working on that as well, and will help local food pantries in your own community to get a head start for the upcoming colder season and holidays. And this game is just an opportunity to do so. And I know there's some other events going on during the week as well.
Right.
Other institutions involved in doing some things. You must be very excited at how this is working out so far.
Absolutely. And I'm glad Peter can let me come in and help out and do what I can. So I appreciate it.
All right. Well, you're 3-1.
3-1.
Drop me an email and let me know in a couple weeks how you guys are doing. How many more games you guys got?
So we've got a game tomorrow out in Westboro, and then we have 3 more home games.
Oh, fantastic.
So we're doing all right. I'm excited.
All right.
It's going to be horrible when it's over.
Well, Joe, thanks so much for stopping in. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. I thank you very much for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Anytime. Please reach out anytime. Joe Callery joining us to promote Youth Football Night at Milford High School. It will be during next week's game on October the 2nd, Friday night, versus Oliver Ames. That is the home opener. Milford started their first 3 games on the road. Again, any Milford youth football player, cheerleader, wearing their jersey or uniform will get in for free, and also encouraging everyone to bring a canned good to the game as well for a food drive that the high school is putting together. Local food pantries will benefit from this in our own community to get a head start, again, on the upcoming colder months and season. Joe Callery.